What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Medichams, and welcome everybody to week 4 of the PPL. Finally, where this week we're going to be taking on Matrix, coach of the Welsh Warlords. Here are the teams. I'm not going to keep y'all waiting too long. Overall, I'm very scared for this matchup. Rain's mode looks very scary. This is the one who took the Mega Swampert. So, we're hoping to get a revenge for the snipes today. I'm really scared, really nervous. I've got some very interesting strats. We're not bringing Sableye, surprisingly enough, here. So that's very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and let my opponent know that I'm ready to go. And I'll try to explain stuff as much as I can while we're in the game. So, hopefully my Switch doesn't disconnect with me. Here goes nothing. Alrighty, but yes, we're bringing both Megas today for the first time, which is really exciting. I actually really like both Megas here, so this is gonna be a very interesting game. Good luck up onto my opponent. Let's do this. All right, we are going to go ahead and see. This is Tankaton. I missed that trade. I don't know. Okay, that's actually really unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. Not quite sure how I missed that. Man, how did I miss that? I'm a bit frustrated at that. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I will go ahead. In this case, I think leading Aphrodite is the most important. Meowscarada is a very big issue. So I think what I might do is what do I want to lead off with here? We also see both Megas from them. So that's very interesting. I'm glad not to see Electros. I'm glad not to see Gengar. Makes me really glad I didn't invest speed in Starmie now. Also really glad not to see the mini Spy Spam team that I was worried about. Let's see here. So, I kind of like Mega Starmie here. I actually really like Mega Abomasnow here, so I think I'm actually going to have Mega Abomasnow in the back. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do Vivian. I'm going to do Abomasnow, and I'm going to do Heliolisk. I think this is, yeah. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, this is so frustrating. Alright, okay, so, thankfully Matrix is, willing to take the forfeit, so that's not gonna count. Let's see, I'll go ahead and let him know what my lead was. Yeah, it should have been Salazzle Viv. I just let them know my lead was Salazzle and Viv. That was on me. I think they're redeciding their lead, so whatever, it is what it is. Regardless, I'm doing the Salazzle Vivian lead. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but we'll see. If they end up doing that lead, then I fake out Aromatisse and I Pollen Puff into the Meowstic slot. That's always what I do. We'll see here. My guess is this was, we'll see if they do the same lead. Let's figure it out first. We're going to see from them, it is Milady, the Rank Master, and Ranger Blues. This is the same leads. Okay, so thank you so much to Matrix for being willing to do that. If it happens again, then it happens again, but I'm going to fake out the Aromatisse here every single time, and then I'm going to Pollen Puff into the, Meowstic slot. I think this makes the most sense. I really like this play. Definitely not the team I expected. Again, I'm a little bit frustrated that I somehow missed that Tankaton, but it is what it is. We're gonna see that they swap out into Ranger Green. That's gonna be the Meowscarada, interestingly enough. So we fake out into the Meowscarada. They predicted that swap, which is very interesting. Vivian actually looks really solid here. We're gonna see a light screen from them. That's fine, I'm okay with that. So we're gonna see Pollen Puff into the Meowstic, bada bing bada boom. That's actually still a large chunk of damage, which is really nice. I'm unsure what the Meowstic goes for here. I do want to save Salazzle. I have a feeling that it might be Swampert in the back. I think I'm gonna swap into Heliolisk here, and then I'm just going to go for Pollen Puff into the Meowstic again. I kind of like this play. I don't know what the Meowscarada is going to do, so I think I'm just gonna do this. Heliolisk is not as needed right now with this specific matchup, so I am okay with this. I also need to think about how I want to handle Mega Starmie in the future. I don't think they were expecting the Vivian to hit as hard as it did. I am max special attack modest, so there is that. We are going to go into Heliolisk here, bada bing bada boom, and we're going to see Rain Dance. So they're manually setting up rain. That's actually fine. I'm okay with that. We're going to see what this Meowscarada wants to do as well. We're going to see Triple Axle. They're going to go into the Vivian. Yeah, this is going to be Vivian. This is not the intended usage of this, but it is what it is. Let's see. Do they kill? They do kill. That was a crit. That's an unfortunate crit right there. That is very unfortunate. I'm a little bit upset about that, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. It is Life Orb. Okay, so Life Orb, Meowscarada. That's really good to know. So I think here what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch into Salazzle. I can just go for another Fake Out and be fine. This tells me Swampert's in the back most certainly. I also don't think Meowscarada, or I don't think the Meowstic is a major threat. I could see Meowstic switching out here. I am very tempted to double into the Meowstic slot, though. I think they're going to try to target down Salazzle with the Meowstic. So I think what I do here, I'm going to Thunderbolt into the Meowstic, and I'm going to go for... I'm going to double into the Meowstic slot. This could be Protect from them, which would make sense. This could also be a swap. I think this is my best call, though. Light Screen is a bit of a concern, but it's fine. We are going to see the swap, so they are switching out. Let's see if this is Storm. This is going to be Drampa, actually, very interestingly enough. And they actually do swap out that Mon as well. We're going to see the Aromatisse hit the field. So Aromatisse is hitting the field. This is going to be Trick Room strat setting up now, which is fine. I'm okay with that. We're going to go for Thunderbolts. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Beautiful damage, love that. Here's the thing, we have Mega Abomasnow in the back, and it's, what is it, Meowscarada? If they set up Trick Room, that's honestly fine. I'm okay with that. So I think what I do here is I just Hyper Beam Dragon Pulse. Do I just double into the Drampa? Because I'm kind of okay with this if I do. I'm kind of okay with this. What does Aromatisse, what can Aromatisse threaten me with? I think, actually, you know what? No, I think I Sludge Bomb the Aromatisse. The back is Meowstic. Yeah, I think I do this play. This way we weaken down at least one of the mons, if not both of them. Drampa, if they go for Protect, that's fine. That means we still have Focus Sash intact on Salazzle. We are going to see the Mega here. That is fine. Regardless, Hyper Beam is going to do a large chunk of damage into the Drampa, regardless. And Mega Abomasnow actually functions really well in Trick Room, so this is honestly fine. We're going to go for a Sludge Bomb into this Aromatisse. It's going to do a lot of damage, which is really solid here. And we are going to see the Hyper Beam, which is also going to do a lot of damage into the Drampa regardless. Drampa's not going to enjoy tanking this hit. I kind of wish I doubled into the Drampa slot now, but it is what it is. We're going to see a Berserk. That is the special attack raise. That is fine by me. We're going to see Earth Power into the Salazzle. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I am absolutely okay with that. Actually, you know what? I should have been Soundproof instead of Snow Warning. So that was a slight mistake on my end, but it is what it is. We're going to see a Trick Room from them. That's fine. Salazzle's going to go down here, and so will probably Helioptile. That's my assumption anyways. It's probably going to be a double here. That's fine. Do I want to save Salazzle here? I don't think I do. I think this is going to come down to a... whatchamacallit. I think this is going to come down to Mega Abomasnow doing Mega Abomasnow things, which could definitely happen here. I actually want them to try and KO my Pokemon here. We're going to see Moonblast into the Salazzle. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Boom. Yep. Beautiful. That is okay with me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Abomasnow. The Aromatisse cannot touch me, because it does not get a fire move, which is good. Roost, fair enough. Okay, Roost is actually very interesting here. We are going to recharge here, so they do have Roost. I go into Mega Abomasnow here every single time. I actually do not care if the rain is set up here, because Mega Swampert's not in the back. We are going to go ahead and set up the snow. I am actually very tempted to Ally Switch here, and I think I will. And then I'm going to go for a Mega Ice Hammer into the Mega Drampa. The reason I do this play is specifically because if I'm going to expect them to try to target down different slots here. That is my expectation. They could switch out the Drampa if they wanted to. Regardless, we always Mega here, also because it slows us down. This is minimum speed Drampa, which it probably is. I maybe should have invested a little bit less into my speed, so that's a slight mistake on Eevee's in my end. I think I had it at neutral just in case, but I was able to make like a regular mode work, but we're going to make this switch regardless. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. We're going to see from them, it's going to be Moonblast into the Heliolisk. That's kind of what I expected. I'm okay with that. Boom. Beautiful. Let's see if this Drampa moves next. It is going to be not that Mega Drampa, but we are going to go for Ice Hammer, and it almost picks up the kill, which is really nice. I'm a big fan of that. And this means we are the slowest Pokemon on the field, which is great. This is probably going to be a Hyper Voice if I had to guess. It's going to be Heat Wave. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Massive miss from me. Or from them, I should say. That is actually really huge. I'm a major fan of that. I am a pretty big fan of that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to Stomping Tantrum into this Drampa slot. We are the slowest Pokemon on the field, so we will always go first. Now at this point, that is a huge miss from them, so I am a big fan of that. I also need to start thinking about the next mode, because I think it's going to be very hard for Mega Abomasnow. I mean, it might be possible for Mega Abomasnow to win this. We're going to see that they swap out. Do they go into Meowscarada? This is Ranger Blue. This is actually going to be the Meowstick, which is very interesting to me. We go for Stomping Tantrum. They're going to try to stall out turns. That makes a lot of sense to me. So I think regardless... Oh, they're resetting it back up. Fair enough. Well played. Very well played there. I think what I do here, I protect because I think you're going to fake out me. This will give me intel on what this Meowstick has. We've seen Rain Dance, and we've seen, we didn't see Fake Out before, did we? I can't remember what we saw before. It was Light Screen before, so we saw Light Screen. So we've seen Light Screen, we've seen Rain Dance. Let's see if they go for Fake Out here. They go for Reflect, so they're dual screens. This tells me they probably don't have Fake Out then if they haven't gone for it, so that's really good information to know. We're going to see just a regular Moonblast. That's fine. I think what I do here, the opposing side's Light Screen wore off. I could try and get intel on how bulky this Aromatisse is. A Wood Hammer should always kill, well, actually, no, Reflect is set up, isn't it? I think in that case, I go for Ice Hammer into the Meowstick slot. Regardless, this will probably be an 0-3 loss if I had to guess. They set up Light Screen, that's fine. I don't know what their last move is on Meowstick. We're gonna see Moonblast from them, that's fine. Vivillon, I do like Vivillon's matchup here offensively, so that's really good to know. We go for Ice Hammer. Regardless, this is gonna be an 0-3 at the very least. You might be able to pick up 1 or 2 more KOs, and at the very least, we have shown that the method for Trick Room is not a guarantee with Mega Abomasnow now, because we built specifically to counter that. We're going to see Storm. That is going to be the Mega Drampa hitting the field. I'm going to go ahead and just go for a Stomping Tantrum into this slot. If we manage to live 2 attacks, then we get a pretty big, then we'll at least make this an 0-2, which granted, Abomasnow could do. Abomasnow is pretty bulky. But now we need to think about game 2. They just landed Heat Wave. That's fine. Okay, Heat Wave is landed. Do I want to go Rain Mode this time? Rain Mode actually with Heliolisk could actually be really solid. I'm very tempted to do that. I am extremely tempted to go for dual weather. And I think I do that, actually. I really like that a lot. I'm very tempted to go dual weather and then have Heliolisk and maybe Abomasnow in the back. Is that something I want to do? I'm not too sure. We've seen dual screens on Meowstic. So Meowstic, I don't think has Fake Out. I think they would have gone for Fake Out had they, had that in the back. I think this time they're going to expect me to bring Mega Abomasnow again. Although they could also expect the Rain swap. They could definitely expect the Rain. They could leave Mega Drampa here. That could also be a possibility. So... Screens is actually kind of annoying, I won't lie. So maybe I actually lead Salazzle Starmie. I actually really like Salazzle Starmie here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lead Salazzle Starmie. I have Heliolisk in the back, I think, every single time, and then the final Pokemon, do I want that to be the Abomasnow? Honestly, all 3 of these Pokemon are pretty solid here as backups. Regular Abomasnow could actually be really nice to outspeed Drampa. Also, Stomping Tantrum hits the Tinkaton. It still hits things super hard, which is really nice. It can tank hits. So, and it also gives me weather control. So I actually do like bringing regular Abomasnow here. And then I think I focus my Mega on Starmie. And I have Salazzle to help provide support. Do I want to do this? I think I do. I think I like this. I like this play. Because here's the thing. Meowstic, once, like, we see the final move, I doubt it can do anything to Mega Starmie. So that's also really important to know. And we're also not going to want to set up Rain Dance. So I think what I might do, they know I have Fake Out. It's just a matter of what I want to Fake Out here. Which I believe Fake Out actually outspeeds Prankster, right? I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. Does Fake Out outspeed Prankster? Okay, Fake Out, yes. Okay, that's what I thought. We're gonna see Tinkaton and Meowscarada. A bit unfortunate for me, I won't lie. That was really well done on their end. This lead kind of screws me a little bit. I think I, regardless, Fake Out the Meowscarada, and then I could go for the Mega here. I could also swap. I think I'd go for the Mega, and regardless, I'm just going to click Ice Spinner into the Meowscarada. They probably fake, if I had to guess, they Fake Out the Starmie, which if they do that, then that's fine. I think this is my best play. They might also prioritize faking out the Salazzle instead. I could definitely see that. We are going to go ahead and Mega our Starmie here. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Finally seeing Mega Starmie hit the field, by the way. Week 4, finally seeing our first Mega that we drafted hit the field. We are going to Fake Out into the Meowscarada. We do a decent chunk of damage. We are going to see Fake Out into the Salazzle. Beautiful. I think this means Meowscarada is going to drop because this Ice Spinner should 100% of the time KO. Beautiful damage. Wonderful. That is exactly what we want. That could not have gone any better. That is the biggest threat for Mega Starmie out of the way. It is just gone. So now, already, our matchup here looks insane. We are going to see Milady, the Rank Master. That's going to be the Aromatisse. So Aromatisse, it probably has at least a decent amount of bulk. So I think what I do, I double into the into the Aromatisse slot. I really like this play. They do not want to leave Mega Starmie alive. I don't think they have Protect on Aromatisse. They could. They could also definitely go for Protect on Tinkaton. I think the worst thing that can happen here is if they set up Trick Room, so I double into the Aromatisse every single time. I think unless Tinkaton goes for Stomping Tantrum into Salazzle, there's no way they can knock out both of these Pokemon. We are going to see the Sludge Bomb into the Aromatisse. This does a lot of damage, which means we will pick up the kill here. The Poison is nice, but not necessary. We double into this slot, which is really good. We're going to see Encore into the Starmie. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That is absolutely fine because I go for Ice Spinner. Bada bing, bada boom. This should kill. Yep, it kills. Beautiful. Interestingly enough, Tinkaton does outspeed, so it's running max speed. So that is very good information to know. I actually didn't think a lot about that. That's really smart on their front. We are going to see Drampa hit the field. I think the obvious play is obvious, right? I'm locked into Ice Spinner. Yeah, this is just my play. I always double into the Drampa slot. Tinkaton was very much a sitting duck here, which is very nice. I'm a big fan of that. Salazzle also outspeeds. I believe we're going to reveal Dragon Pulse here, so at least get a little bit of more intel on this Mega Drampa set. I have a feeling next game they might try to bring Swampert. I could definitely see them bringing Swampert here, and I think they're going to bring Meowstic. They're probably going to bring both Meowstic and Meowscarada. I think they bench Tinkaton, because Tinkaton has proven to not be very useful here. We are going to see the Mega from them. That makes a lot of sense. Beautiful. I am very okay with this. Alright, Mega Drampa here. Bada bing, bada boom. It will die to a double up here if they don't go for Protect. We are going to see that they don't go for Protect. If we go for the Dragon Pulse, we will reveal the tech, and then we're going to go for Ice Spinner into this Mega Drampa slot, and we should kill. We are going to see Play Rough into the Starmie. That is, yep, we are bulky Starmie. That does not kill. That was a crit, as a matter of fact, so that tells me that's probably like max HP. Tank, we are going to go for this hit. Beautiful. Bada bing, bada boom. And that is going to be pretty much game 2 perfectly for us. Off lead, just an absolutely phenomenal situation. We go for Overheat into the tank. We reveal it. There's no reason for me not to at this point. And then I could just go, I think I just go for Ice Spinner again. I could switch out, but there's no reason for me to at this point. I want to keep the fact that I was willing to bring both Megas in the back. I definitely don't think they bring Tinkaton again. I think bringing Tinkaton here, I definitely don't think they're going to do that. We are going to go for an Overheat. We reveal the Overheat tech. This should do a lot of damage. It just kills. Yep, beautiful. That was a perfect game 2 for us. That went absolutely stellarly. Crit, I don't even know if that crit mattered. I'm going to be so for real. Tinkaton, we know you were max speed. You probably weren't especially bulky. We are going to see Overheat always killed every single time if it was max HP. Yeah. If it was just max HP, it always killed, and I have a feeling it was max HP, so the crit did not matter there. This is going to be a very interesting game 3, and it's going to determine a lot on lead. I do really like leading Fake Out Pressure. I've led Salazzle every single time, and I think it's just a really powerful lead because I get Fake Out Priority. Fake Out Priority is just so nice in this matchup. It really is just so nice. I don't think I bring Vivian. I think Vivian was unfortunately a bit too easily countered. Now, I don't think they're going to let me do the same lead again. I think they're going to lead Meowscarada for the Starmie. So actually, do I want to lead Abomasnow? Abomasnow might actually not be a horrible lead option. I could realistically do Salazzle Vivian again, actually, now that I think about it. Because if I do Salazzle Vivian, no, because if Swampert leads, then that's a major problem for me, isn't it? Heliolisk wouldn't quite work here. I think Abomasnow is actually kind of a solid lead. Heliolisk always comes in the back. Do I like Tailwind here? No. The answer is no. I don't think do I bring... Okay, hold on. Starmie here, realistically, is a pretty solid lead. But the only issue is if it's Meowscarada. If I lead Abomasnow, I'm never punished. I bring Abomasnow. Yes, this is my play every single time. I go with this. Alright, that means we are Megaing Starmie. We're committing to the Mega Starmie here. Politoed was there mostly in case the Armarouge came. And so because that didn't come, I didn't feel the need to bring Politoed ever. This is going to be interesting. We're going to see the Unit and Ranger Blue, Swampert and Meowstic. Beautiful. That is almost, honestly, pretty much exactly what we wanted here. We're going to go ahead, set up Snow Warning. Beautiful. We are going to go for Fake Out into the Meowscarada, and then the Swamperts. Woodhammer is such an obvious play, but I think I just click it here, right? I don't think there's any reason I don't click this button. Yeah, Woodhammer should always kill this set, so I think I just go for this. I think the Meowstic is going to try to prioritize screens. I am okay with faking out. Okay, Protect Swampert. That makes a lot of sense. Protecting Swampert makes a lot of sense here. I am okay with that. That makes a lot of sense. We go for Fake Out into the Meowstic. We are going to go ahead. The Flinch could not move. We go for Woodhammer into the Swampert slot. I think here I'm kind of tempted to click Ice Hammer now. I think I'm going to Sludge Bomb into the Meowstic slot, and I'm going to go for Woodhammer again. I'm just going to click Woodhammer again. I really like this play a lot. There's no reason for... Yeah, there's no reason for me not to do this play, I don't think. They probably swap out Swampert here, and they're probably... Yep, they swap out Swampert. That's fine. We're going to see, what is it? Storm the Rank Master. That is going to be the Drampa. Okay, it makes me really wish I clicked Ice Hammer now, but that's fine. We see a Reflect here. That's absolutely fine. I'm okay with that. We are going to go ahead, go for a Sludge Bomb into this Meowstic slot. It's going to do a lot of damage. We love that. And we get a poison off on the Meowstic. That's actually really solid. We're gonna go for Woodhammer. It's gonna do a decent chunk of damage into the Drampa regardless, so that's fine. Alright, so now I think what I do, I think I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse into the Drampa. I actually don't know. I actually don't fully know what I want to do here. Meowstic can't really do anything at this point. I think I go for Dragon... no, you know what? I go for Dragon Pulse here, and I go for Protect, predicting the Heat Wave. Yeah, I'm going to go for Protect, predicting the Heat Wave. We see the swap from Meowstic. That makes sense. We're going to see possibly... Yep, Swampert hits the field again. That is fine by me. We are going to go for Protect. They're probably going for Heat Wave, if I had to guess. We go for Dragon Pulse into the Drampa. It's actually going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So that's actually, honestly, really good situation for me. We're going to see Heat Wave, yep, we block that. If they miss the Salazzle, that's great. They don't, that is fine by me. I think here what I do, Drampa, has it revealed Protect yet? I don't think it has. I go for Dragon Pulse into that, and then I think I just go for Woodhammer again into the Swampert slot, right? There's no reason for me not to do this. Even if they... No, yeah, there's no reason I don't do this. They could Protect Drampa here. If they do, that's fine. Dragon Pulse will kill the Drampa, which is good. If they go for Protect, that's fine. Swampert will die to this Woodhammer regardless. It should anyways, because because we know it's not Rindoberry, and we are very bulky. They could Mega the Swampert here. I don't think that's the right call for them, though. Honestly, Swampert's not even that much of a threat at this point. I have a feeling the Meowscarada's in the back, so I do need to be very careful about that. We are going to see the Protect from the Swampert. That is fine by me. Honestly, low-key kind of ideal. We go for Dragon Pulse. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. The Drampa goes down. Swampert's honestly not that much of a threat. If we see the Meowscarada here, then I think I target down that. Woodhammer into the Swampert slot. That is fine by me. A very likely play here is Meowstic into a Rain Dance, which is, again, honestly fine. We are going to see Ranger Blue. Yeah, that's going to be the Meowstic. So we could see a Rain Dance here. I think they're probably going to try to go for a Waterfall or something like that. I go into Heliolisk every single time, and then I think here what I'm going to do I want to target down the Meowstic? Kind of. I actually do kind of want to target down the Meowstic here, because I want to know what Pokemon is in the back. That's what I want to figure out here. So I think I go for Ice Hammer into the Meowstic. I'm going to do this play. Bit of a risk, but I think it'll work out. We switch out the Salazzle here. I really like saving Salazzle. We're going to go into Creature. Bada bing, bada boom. We're going to see the Swamperdite finally Omegas here, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. That is A-okay by me. Beautiful. Big boy Swampert. We're going to see Rain Dance. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. If they go for a Water move into the Heliolisk, then we win this. Superpower into the Abomasnow. Very interesting. Doesn't kill because Abomasnow is just that goated. Yeah, Abomasnow is just absolutely that goated. It's kind of insane. We go for Ice Hammer here. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. And it is critically going to die to a poison. So this is actually a really solid position for me. Yep, beautiful. All right. Abomasnow is just the freaking goat. What can I say, man? Abomasnow is just the goat. Ranger Green. This is going to be the Meowstic. Or Meowscarada. Meowscarada has hit the field. I think I go for Grass Knot into the... I'm really tempted to double. I'm going to go for Grass Knot into the Swampert. And then I think I'm going to go for... Do I Protect? I'm going to Wood Hammer into the Swampert. No, I Ice Hammer. I Ice Hammer. I don't know if this is a great play or not. We're going to see Flower Trick into the Heliolisk. That is fine. I'm okay with that. Boom. Yep, beautiful. Heliolisk lives. Critical hit, that's fine. We're gonna see Life Orb from them. What is this? It's gonna be Earth Power, so the Swampert actually should die here. I'm pretty sure the Swampert dies, which is really good if that's the case. Obama's gonna go down here. Heliolisk, come on, baby. Grass Knot, bada bing, bada boom. Not quite. Okay, that's fine. And we also reveal Dry Skin here as well, just because we can. So I think here my play is to go into Starmie. I really like this play a lot. I think they're going to target down Starmie with, the whatchamacallit. I'm just going to click Grass Knot again. Maybe I should have Mega'd the other Mon, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it now. They are going for Flower Trick, most certainly into the Starmie slot. Yeah, I think this is my best play. So, okay, how do I win this endgame? I don't think I played that the best. Yeah, I definitely didn't play that the best, unfortunately, I don't think. Best case scenario is they let me pick up a Mon, but I doubt they do that here. We are obviously going to go for Protect with the Mega Starmie here. I think maybe I should have Mega'd the Abomasnow. I think that's what I should have done. We were going to see Protect. That's fine. That's actually, you know what? Oh, shoot. Are you serious? Okay, hold on. Hopefully we can get back in. Okay, we're back in. Okay, thank God. So, it seems like it was a mulligan. Okay, seems like it was a mulligan, which is slightly unfortunate. It might have been... If it was... Okay. Rain for 2 turns. You know what? I think I Ally Switch here. I'm going to Ally Switch, and then I'm going to go for Ice Spinner into the Meowscarada, because the Meowscarada is the one that needs to die the most. Yes, I'm going to make this play. Because, yes. Let's see here. Alright, we go for Ally Switch here. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, let's see if this works. It is going to be Flower Trick into... Okay, we get this read right. Beautiful. I think... This is going to possibly result in a victory, depending on what happens here. The Swampert's going to go for Superpower. That's fine. We tank that easy. Beautiful. All right, I think we win this. Holy crap, what a game. You're now at -2 attack as well. There's no way you can KO. This was absolutely the right play. I'm really glad I made this call. Wonderful. GG's to Matrix, man. Wow, that was a stressful endgame. Again, I think I misplayed this a decent amount. I think I should have just Mega'd the Abomasnow. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it now. Let's see here. I just go for Fake Out Liquidation here. There's 0 reason for me not to. They can go for Protect if they really want to stall things out, but they know they're going to lose the game regardless. They might be able to pick up a KO. It depends if they are Damp Rock on the Meowstic or not. Helios offered to help with the match, but yeah, they're just going to let me pick up the KO. I'll type we just finished in a second. Yep, the unit flinched. They couldn't move. Cool, boy. What a game. GG's. This was a really fun set. This was absolutely an amazing set. I had a really great time. Really well done, game 1. Again, I don't know why I keep missing Pokemon being traded. This is not the first time this has happened. I don't even think in this league. So, don't know why that happened. I still don't know how I missed that Tinkaton. I could have sworn I checked after Sunday, after the deadline, because I made sure I wasn't going to do that again. But regardless, we'll go ahead and take that. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a really, really fun game. Yeah, I just completely missed it. I prepped for Corv and there's Tinkaton instead. I just completely missed that. Well, actually, that ended up making things a lot easier, because I'm really glad I didn't have to face Corv. Regardless, though, I will gladly take that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. This was a very, very fun time. And, yeah, very massive victory for us. Next week, we're going to be going up against Standard VR, which is going to be a very scary match, because I believe they're number 2 in the league right now, and I'm actually battling them tomorrow, because this battle got severely delayed thanks to my travel delays, but thankfully we were able to do it, and now I can just work on editing this video. Regardless, though, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Please be sure to check out my opponent's side of the battle down in the description below. I am very excited to see it myself, and also check out their channel. Go show them all the love and support, as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!